Okay, so we begin today's chapter with prayers to Shri Shri Radha Govind, Shri Shri Radha Govind ji. Om Agyan Timirandhasya Jnananjan Shalakya Chakshur Unmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha. Om Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Peshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharni Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Desha Tarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा Ram Rama Hare Hare. So, after paying obeisances to Shri Shri Radha Govindji, let us move ahead. Yesterday, one of the Mataji was asked about Srila, meaning of Srila, and also Prabhupada. She stands for beauty, fame, prosperity, wealth, all that is auspicious and good, that is labeled as Sri. And La is taken from Leela. Leela means Ras Leela of Sri Radha and Krishna Bhagwan. So this is a combination, a person who has imbibed the beauty and the Leela features of Radha Krishna, he is labeled as Srila. So I stand for correction there. It is anyway, but it still remains, it remains the highest respectful address to a holy person. And secondly, Prabhupada. We are talking about Prabhupada, so it goes together, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu means Supreme Personality of Godhead or Krishna, and Pad means normally it means Charan. But we here it is a misnomer to call, it is wrong to call Pad, it is Sri Pad, Srila Prabhupada. Pad stands for position or post. And so combined together, the person who has attained the post of Supreme Personality of Godhead or is a spiritual master who is representing Supreme Personality of Godhead is called as Prabhupada. So Prabhupada and Sripad, these are similar words, but Prabhupada is one who is devoted, who is self-controlled, who has controlled over all his material entanglements, who has who totally surrendered himself to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. He is labeled as, he is called as Prabhupada. So he has attained Prabhupada because he was total renunciated. First day when we discussed that at the age of 66, he completely took up sannyas and renunciate mode of life. He left his family in 1950, but Vanaprastha did in 1950 and 59, sorry, he attained this sannyas. So he was a total renunciate and he had no physical or material connection with anyone in the world except for spreading Lord Krishna's words in the English-speaking world. So that is about, that is why Srila Prabhupada, we call him. His Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedant, Srila Prabhupada. That is the address. How do we address him? So we start with today's chapter with Gopal Guru Goswami. So please raise your digital hand. Let us start this first prayer. Someone would like to read it? Yes, Srila Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
In the Dwapar Yuga, one could satisfy Krishna or Vishnu only by worshipping opulently. According to the Panakara Triki system, but in the age of Kali, one can satisfy and worship the Supreme Personality of the God ahead, Hari, simply by chanting his holy name. Narayan Samhita, quoted by Srila Madhavacharya, in his commentary on Manduka Upanishad. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So the holy name is the universal and supreme religion for this age. It says, Dwapare yer yaner Vishnu pancharatristu kevalai kalau tu nam matrena pujyate Bhagwan Hari. That is the same thing which you just translation was just read by. In Dwapar, we could satisfy Lord Krishna or Vishnu by worshipping opulently his idols, by Pancharatrika system. But in the age of Kali, only one can satisfy and worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari simply by chanting his holy name, Narayan Sahita, quoted by Srila Madhvacharya in his commentary on Mukunda Upanishad. Now we know about this thing. We have heard that in Kali Yuga, the life is short, the memory is also short, and also our mind is very turbulent. It is so many millions of thoughts are always traveling within our mind. So we cannot focus, we cannot do sacrifices, we cannot do meditation, and we cannot do deity worship also, as people did in Satyuga, Treta, and Dwapar Yuga. So the only recluse for us from this, is the ocean of miseries, to get delivered from this ocean of miseries or dukhalaya, ashashvatam, is only chanting Hari Hari Nam. Now, according to Pancharatri system, does anybody know what is Pancharatri system? Does anybody know the 9 forms of worship? Please raise your digital hand. Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी हरे कृष्णा ये नारद जी समथिंग रिलेटेड नारद मुनि पंचरात्रि रात्रि.
Okay. Anyone else would like to try? What about 9 forms of worship? Devotional service.
Navadha Bhakti,
Navadha Bhakti, yes, Mataji.
Shravana,
Shravanam,
Kirtana,
Kirtanam.
Smarana, Pada Sevana, then Archana, then Vandanam, then Dasya, and Sakhya, and Atma Nivedana.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. So these are 9 modes of worship or devotional service. In 9 forms, one can render these devotional service. Sorry. So in Pancharatrika Vidhi, there are 2 Vidhi, Bhagavatam Vidhi and this Pancharatrika Vidhi. In Bhagavatam Vidhi, the Srila Prabhupada has given a very good example. You know, a train runs on 2 tracks. So we have to have Bhagavatam Vidhi of devotional service as well as the Pancharatrika Vidhi of devotional service. In Bhagavatam Vidhi, which Vaishnava philosophy advocates, we focus on Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Vishnu Smaranam. Only two things. And out of these 2 things, only first thing is hearing. Hearing, we will talk about Bhagavad Gita when Lord Krishna has emphasized so much on hearing, and hearing from an authentic source, authoritative source from a bona fide spiritual master. So this is Shravanam and Kirtanam. The 2, these are part of the Bhagavatam style of devotional service. And the other is Pancharatrika. So both, in fact, a train can't run on without 2 tracks. So our devotional service also cannot run without 2 tracks. So what we have to adopt to the Bhagavatam Vidhi of devotion as well as the Pancharatrika. In Pancharatrika Vidhi, all the 9 forms of devotion are there. But the last 6 months, as Mataji just now said, that first, this is a Prahlad Maharaj sloka. He says that first is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Padasevnam, and thereafter Sakhyam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, and Atma Nivedanam. So these are 9 methods. First 3 are practiced most, or out of first 3, only 2 are 2 methods of worship are practiced in Vaishnava philosophy, and in Pancharatrika Vidhi, the emphasis on the last 6 months. That is Archana, Bandhanam, Padsevanam, and Dasyam, Sakhyam, and Atmanivednam. So this is the meaning which I said, wanted to clarify here. 2 times. Yes. Next. Mataji Richa Jain, you raised your hand.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Please let us now, each one of you give a chance who have not yet read. So 1 page each, please continue. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
A story of Gopal Guru. Gopal Guru Goswami was born in a Brahmin family of Odisha. His father's name was Murari Pandit. His mother's name is unknown. While still a child, he had the opportunity to serve Mahaprabhu through Govinda, the Lord's servant. His original name was Makaradhwaja Pandit, but Mahaprabhu used to affectionately call him Gopal. His name is found in neither the Chaitanya Charitamrita nor the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Mahaprabhu used to affectionately call the boy Gopal. How he became known as Gopal Guru is an interesting story. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, next one. Bhabika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. From his childhood, Gopal served Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is said that once, prior to Mahaprabhu's departure from Puri, Gopal happens to notice that while the Lord was going to answer a call of nature, that he held his tongue between his teeth.
Yes. So what was happening here? In fact, he was a aristocrat family of Odisha, a Brahmin family. Father's name was Murari Pandit. And while a child, he had opportunity, so he was always with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and serving him. And what happened, it was such a loving child that Mahaprabhu used to call him Gopal. The Gopal name is not given anywhere, but how he became Gopal Guru, now we are talking about it. And Gopal said Chaitanya Prabhu, and after departure from Gopal happened to notice the Lord was going to answer a call of nature, that he held his tongue between the teeth. That is very important. That, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incessantly, continuously chanted the holy name of Lord without stop, without fail, or without any lapse. So, but while he was going for, relieving himself during morning time, he noticed that Gopal noticed that the Lord is holding his tongue between his teeth. Probably why? So it will come forward now. Yes, Usha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
When about this behavior, Mahaprabhu said that his tongue could not stop chanting, but it was improper while he was engaged in a call of nature. Gopal remarked, Prabhu, you are the Supreme Lord and everyone follows you. Don't you know that there are no regulations governing the time and place for chanting the holy name? One should chant the name in all times and circumstances, pure or impure. What if someone, while relieving themselves, left his body? What would be his designation if he was not chanting? Mahaprabhu became pleased and said, You have spoken correctly. From today you shall known as Guru.
So, Mataji, can you summarize what did you read?
Yeah, actually, like Prabhu, he was telling that we should not chant like why we are engaged in other work, but irrespective of that, Mr. Gopal, he is telling no, every time we should chant the holy name.
Yes. So, in fact, he was a child, a small child, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was an elevated soul. He was a liberated person. He was Krishna himself. So, the child is telling why you are holding yourself from chanting by putting your tongue between the teeth. There is no rules, regulation for chanting. You can chant everywhere, because whatever, even if the atmosphere is impure, by chanting the atmosphere becomes pure. So he asked, Prabhu, you are Supreme Lord and everyone follows you. If you do this, others will also follow you. So don't you know that there are no regulation governing the time and place for chanting the whole name? One should chant the name at all times, in all circumstances, whether the environment is pure and impure. What now the big question that Gopal as a child put to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, what will happen? Because if we are chanting and we leave the body, then we go to Goloka Vrindavan. The God calls us, and Vishnu Dut will come and take us to his abode. But at the time of relieving oneself, if one is holding himself from chanting, so what will be his destination? So Mahaprabhu was very pleased and amused by such an intelligent question from a child like Gopal. And from that day, he started calling him as Guru. So that is how he got the name of Guru thereafter. Yes, next, Mahendra Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Please unmute yourself. Yes.
Devotees far and wide spoke about this incident and the glories of the young boy whom Sri Chaitanya titled Guru. When Abhiram Thakur heard about it, he decided to come to Puri to test Gopal. Abhiram Thakur was a powerful associate of Lord Nityananda. It was said whenever he offered obeisance to a deity that was not genuine, the deity's head would settle into pieces. In this way, by the strength of his obeisance, Abhiram had previously eliminated all of the offerings of Lord Nityanand except Ganga Devi and Vibha, Vibhadra Prabhu.
Veerbhadra Prabhu.
Veerbhadra Prabhu, yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So what happened, now this is another story. First, we heard he asked a very important question from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a child, Gopal, that what will happen to person who does not chant it for a moment, whether he is relieving himself or defecating or other conditions. And now this is the second episode of pastime of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now what happens, if there is a person, devotee of Nityananda Prabhu, his name known by the name of Abhiram Thakur. He was an elevated soul. You know, he could identify which deity is genuine or which one is fake. That means after Pran Pratishtha, we know that a deity, it is no longer a statue, it becomes a god himself. So he was expert in detecting this thing. So wherever he used to go and test a deity. If the deity was not genuine, it was a fake, then the head of the deity would shatter. Now this Abhiram Thakur, he wanted to, the reputation of Gopal Guru reached this person also, and Abhiram Thakur wanted to test the capacity or genuineness of Gopal Guru, whether he was really a elevated soul, liberated soul, or just a fake imitation kind of thing. And he has shattered so many deities like this. So next one, yes, after Sashmita Mataji.
Yes. When Gopal heard that Abhiram was on his way to meet him, he became frightened and ran and took shelter in the lap of Mahaprabhu. The Lord placed his foot on Gopal's head and thereby marking the tilak mark on the boy's forehead and depicting the footprint of the Lord. By the strength of that blessing, when Abhiram Thakur offered his offenses to him, Gopal was unaffected. According to some, Gopal Guru Goswami was the Gopi known as Tungavadra Sakhi, one of the Asta Sakhis of Goloka.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. So we know there are 8 Sakhis of Radharani in Goloka as well as ever in the Vrindavan. So Abhiram, now after Gopal Guru, he was a small child only. After he learned that Abhiram Thakur is going to test whether I am genuine or fake, my bhakti or my devotion is fake or good, genuine. So he was scared. He was too much frightened and he just landed into the lap of Nityananda Prabhu, who loved him very much. So just to protect from the influence of Abhiram Thakur, Mahaprabhu put his foot on the forehead of this, and that left a mark of tilka on the forehead of Gopal Guru. Now, he was Abhiram Thakur arrives, and then he tests whether Gopal Guru is genuinely elevated or not. So when he tests that, that nothing happens to Gopal Guru, he remains as such because he had the tilka and he was elevated soul. He was protected by Mahaprabhu, and the blessings of Mahaprabhu, the mark of tilka on his forehead was there. So that is how he was protected. And it is said that Gopal Guru Goswami was a Gopi and Tung Vidya Sakhi of Radharani in Goloka Vrindavan. Thank you, Mataji. Now, next one, Srila Mataji.
Ji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, please continue.
A year after Gopal Guru disappeared, when some devotees who had made the trip to Puri for the Rath Yatra returned to Vraja, they were amazed to see Gopal Guru sitting chanting japa under a pakuria tree in Vamsi Butter in Vrindavana.
Thank you, Mataji. So, in between, I will take you back to some other story, some other pastime here. This is another story here. What happened that there was a temple by the name of Radha Kant Temple in Puri. So this Gopal Guru, that temple was built by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu basically. So and the Radha Kant Temple, initially there was Bakreshwar Pandit, who was the initiator or spiritual master of Gopal Guru. So he used to serve deities in that temple. And what happened that when Bakreshwar Pandit became very ill, very old, then he wanted to leave the priesthood of that temple, and he prayed that he was disturbed, who will take after the priesthood after I leave my body. So what happens that in the dream, he gets, Lord Krishna comes in his dream and tells him, look, next morning when you open your door, whoever is present at the door, you think that he is going to be the next priest. So from Bakreshwar, Gopal Guru took up the priesthood, and from when Gopal Guru was very old, he could not sustain that priesthood work. Then he prayed to Lord Krishna, and Krishna appeared in the dream of Gopal Guru and told him that next morning when you open the door, there shall be a young person standing outside the door. Just take him, initiate him, teach him in spiritual methods, initiate him and give him mantra, and he will be the next priest. Now, after saying this, next morning when this Gopal Guru gets up, he finds there is a young man he was initiated by, and he was given the priesthood. Thereafter, Gopal Guru left his material body. And when this earthy bear was taken out, then King of Puri came to know that without his permission, a new priest has been appointed in the temple. So he was very surprised, how could this kind of indiscipline take place? So what he did, he sent his soldiers, go and arrest all those persons. Now, Gopal Guru was in the bear. He was, and the new Pandit who was, whose name was, I don't remember just name, but he Chandrakant or something like that. So that this Pandit put the earthy down on the earth and prayed to Gopal Guru, now what shall I do? I have just obeyed your orders and now I am going to be punished by the king. So he prayed, and immediately Gopal Guru got up from the bear or from the earthy. He was dead. He was going to be buried. After listening to the prayer of Dhyan, his name was Dhyan Chand. So listening to the prayers of Dhyan Chand, Gopal Guru got up from his earthy and went to the temple and started serving the deities again. And this he did for the duration of 3 kings. And he ultimately left his body and left the temple to this Dhyan Chand to take care of. So what happens? This is what you are reading here now. After a year of the death, after a year of this death of Gopal Guru, actually the great souls, they do appear and they disappear. They do not take formal birth, and they don't die as in the matter which we material people die. So Dhyan Chand kept on worshipping the deities in the Radhakant temple and in the Puri. But there was a devotee from Puri. There were some devotees from Puri who had gone to Braj. Braj means Vrindavan. They had gone to Mathura Vrindavan for darshan of deities there, Lord Krishna. And when they came back, they told Radha, this Chandrakant, that look, we have seen Gopal Guru sitting and chanting, doing japa under a pakuria tree in Banshipat in Vrindavan. So he was surprised, but he left the body here in Puri. How come he is alive and the same age, same person sitting and doing japa in Vrindavan? So he goes to Vrindavan now. This Chandrakanta goes to Vrindavan. Dhyan Chand, sorry, not Chandrakanta. Dhyan Chand goes to Vrindavan and request Gopal Guru to please come back to Puri. And but he refuses. No, you do not know the importance of the Brij Dham or Vrindavan Dham. Now I'm not going to Puri. I will stay back here, and you go and continue the deity worship. So this is the story that happened. So yes, next, Khushbu Mataji or Usha Mataji, whoever has raised her hand first, please read this one.
Those who are advanced and highly qualified and are interested in the essence of life know the good qualities of Kali Yuga. Such people worship the age of Kali because in this age, simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can advance in spiritual knowledge and attain life's goal.
Thank you, Mataji. So, Kalim Sabha Ajayanti Arya Gudasya Sar Bhaginah Yatra Sankirtanete Naiva Sarva Swartho Abhilabhyate. Wherever there is kirtan of God, wherever there is simply chanting of every kind of spiritual knowledge and life's goal are achieved by a person. So those who are advanced and highly qualified and are interested in the essence of life know the good qualities of Kali Yuga. Such people worship the age of Kali because of this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can advance in the. So there are, we Dosha Nidhi, we in the first class we didn't listen that Kali Yuga is Nidhi of those. It says wealth, it is a treasure of faults and shortcomings. Sukadev Maharaj was telling Parikshit Maharaj, Kali Yuga is a Dosha Nidhi, Rajan. But there is one Mahan Guna, Eko Api Mahan Guna. What is that Mahan Guna? That is the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is same thing, is same message of Sukhdev Maharaj is emphasized here. Those who are advanced and highly qualified and are uninterested in the essence of life know the good qualities of Kali Yuga. They don't criticize Kali Yuga for its only bad values or bad things. But there is one thing, because Lord has given such a simple method for of devotional service that everybody can very easily practice it. And there are not many rules and regulations because of our turbulence of mind or disturbance or anxiety, and also so many other pressing factors like short age, short memory, and life is very short. So, and so many things, the Varna Ashrama has to be practiced. So Kali Yuga only recluse for liberation or for getting back to Godhead is only chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is the simplest remedy for this Kali Yuga. And this world is full of dukhale. This is Ashwashvatam. It is temporary, and it is dukhalaya because it's full of miseries. So one can get delivered only. So in this story, we have heard there were three parts of this pastime. Anybody would like to summarize what we did here? Yes, anyone, please continue.
Yes, Prabhuji, can I try?
Yes, yes, please do.
This story is of Gopal Guru Goswami.
Yes.
And the Gopal Guru Swami is born in a Brahman family in Orissa, and his father was Murari.
Yeah.
And actually, he was from the childhood he served to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes.
And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the nature call, and his tongue was held on the tongue with the teeth, while then he has explained that uh, that you can why you are holding to chanting of Maha mantra.
Yes.
Then there is no regulation to chant Maha mantra, and while leaving the body also, while leaving the body, if your body will leave, then sure your Maha mantra will be stopped. And these incidents, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu named him as a guru. This symbol is given him as a guru. Then one Abhiram Goswami, who was associated with Nityanand Swami, and he has heard that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the name him as a guru. Then uh, he, uh, he he want to meet him and test him that that he has given the name. Is it means applicable, or is, yeah. Then uh, uh, then he went to meet him. Then Gopal Guru Goswami took the shelter in the laps of Mahaprabhu, and same thing. So according to him, that according to this, that Maha Mantra is a only in a Kali Yuga. It is a major remedies in Kali Yuga.
Yes. Anybody would like to add anything more? Prabhuji might have missed. Yes, Chanda Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji has covered all the points, except that only thing is that why he has given the designation Guru, how it was. So at the age of that young boy, at the young age, he was such a soul who knows he knows the real nature of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So only he tried to say that at the moment when you are stopping due to the nature call, at that point of moment, if you leave your body, then what will be the scenario? So due to such mere reason, you are stopping your chanting. So that is why he has given that designation Guru. So though the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is already the eminent soul, and such a soul, he knows everything. He knows the known person, knowledgeable, but at that age, the young boy has given him the knowledge of the chanting. There is no rules and regulation of chanting, and one should not stop at any point of time chanting the Mahamantra.
Thank you, Mataji. So the pertinent question asked by Gopal Guru as a child from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, what shall be the destination of a person who is attending to a call of nature and then he leaves this body? Destination was important. I mentioned that if one is chanting, he is assured Goloka Vrindavan, if he is performing devotional service, as happened in the case of Ajamila. We know he remembered his son's name, Narayana, youngest son, but by default, it was by default only, but Vishnu Duta and Yam Duta both came because he called the name of Narayana while leaving his body. So Vishnu Dutas came to take him to Goloka Vrindavan. Here also, the Gopal Guru just asked, what shall be the destination of a person who passes away while attending to call of nature. It is, of course, not a very pure place, or it is impure circumstances. But the question was very relevant. That means, as Mataji during first or second class mentioned, that she continuously chants, keeps on chanting in her mind the holy name of Lord Krishna. So the chanting should never stop. The takeaway message is chanting can be done anywhere, anytime. Ideal circumstances, of course, we have discussed, but it should continuously go on. And the golden principle is always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So everything has been covered by Pankaj Dubey Prabhuji very nicely. And the last episode of the Braj has to be remembered, that some of the devotees from Puri who knew about Gopal Guru as a person, and also that he had passed away in Puri. Then when they go to Vrindavan Dham for visiting deities of Vrindavan, Lord Krishna's temples and pastimes, and then there they see that under a tree, Gopal Guru is sitting and chanting the holy name of. So they were shocked and surprised. How come he died left his body in the Puri city, and now how come we find him alive here sitting under the tree? So they inform this Dhyan Chandra, but Dhyan Chand comes to Vrindavan, but Gopal Guru refuses to go back, and he has to return to his temple. So these are three instances. And the other instance, which is from Gaudiya history, I told you that when Gopal Guru passed away, Dhyan Chand was appointed as a priest without the permission of King of Puri. So he was annoyed. He wanted to arrest and punish the persons. But at that very time, he prays to Gopal Guru's dead body, and Gopal Guru rises up from earthy or beer and accept to go back to temple and serve. And for 3 kings changes time period, he remained as their priest. So this is the message that chanting can be the takeaway message from this these pastimes is we should continuously keep on chanting Hari Nam, maybe silently in our mind. I told you there are 3 modes of chanting. One is silent chanting, which is also called as mental chanting. Then there is soft chanting, and there is loud chanting. So it is recommended, loud chanting is recommended, so that what you are uttering, your ears also hear it. So we will go back to Pancharatrika Vidhi and Bhagavad Vidhi of worship. Remember, hearing is most important. What Arjun was doing all along the battle of Kurukshetra. He was hearing only. And Lord has number of places in Bhagavad Gita has mentioned, now hear from me, now listen to me. So this hearing is most important aspect of devotional service, and hearing from not, it is not a matter of criticism, but on television or other media, you'll see so many swamis and rishis, and they are talking of preaching. But what was their practice? We don't know anyway. But hearing should be only, Lord Krishna himself has said, hearing should be only from authentic source. Authentic means bona fide spiritual master. And bona fide spiritual master from parampara. And this is how Lord Krishna gave the message of Bhagavad Gita to Arjun for the first time. All of you have done level 1.
No.
When was it first delivered?
Anu, the god.
To the sun god
Yes.
Vivasvan.
Yes, Vishwan. To first time. But during passage of time, this supreme knowledge was forgotten. That is why Lord Krishna, for our benefit, had to tell Arjuna to deliver the same message again, and which was written by Ved Vyasji. Is it okay? So emphasis is on hearing. On your YouTube, you hear the lectures and talks of Srila Prabhupada, so many other elevated souls, their recordings are available. Please listen to them. And when we listen, we develop some kind of inquisitiveness. When there is inquisitiveness, we find ways and means to know more and more. Jigyasa, we seek company of like-minded people. And when we seek company, we get gradual transformation within us, and the devotional service gets strength. Our faith, our Shraddha, and our prayas, they all get strengthened, and we develop our faith and conviction in our thoughts of worship. So hearing is very important. Hearing, Kirtanam, and Vishnu Smaranam. Three parts, the three pillars of Bhagavatam method of Vidhi, Bhagavatam Vidhi of worship is to be practiced. So let us, we are also contaminated and fallen. Let us all listen from bona fide spiritual master. And in case of Bhagavad Gita, none other than the master of the knowledge himself, Lord Krishna, was delivering this knowledge to Arjuna. We'll come to it. So this is the importance of hearing here.
Prabhuji, I just
Yes.
want to put my thought in
Yes,
front of
yes.
you.
Yes,
Gopal Guru Goswami, the understanding and the preaching what he has given to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like purity and impure environment. So how I am taking that thought in me, like in Bhagavad Gita, it is said, अनेकबाहूदरवक्त्र नेत्रं पश्यामि त्वां सर्वतो अनन्तरूपं नान्तं न मध्यं न पुनस्तवादिं Pashyami Vishveshwara Vishwarupah. So with this shloka, it is already describing the Anek Swarupa of Lord Krishna. Like everywhere, everything exists in him. He has no end, no starting point. So whatever the purity or impure thing it's having, it is in him. So there is no barrier of making us to stop chanting his name. We can chant everywhere, anywhere, however, in whatever the condition we can. We are here or wherever we go. Am I taking the thought in correct way, Prabhuji? Because
yes.
what I have, something I have learned, I am putting all together to make my soul understand that this is how one should take it.
That is very correct perception of situation. That is the universal form, because all the planets, universes, everything, or the Prakriti has been created by him. He has created it. He is in them, but still he is not in them. Because
Yes.
by virtue of his energy, only everything has been created. And when Lord's energy is there, Lord is there, that means. But Lord physically is not there. He
It's not
just by will of his potencies or opulences, he controls everything. He holds orbits, planets in place. He is controlling the moon and sun, everything, just by a fraction of his energy. You have quoted from the chapter number 11 of Bhagavad Gita about the universal form. And as you said, there is no beginning. He is Adi Purush. He is Ananta. There is no Ant. And also there is no middle. Arjun was bewildered seeing the universal form because it was so immense, thousands and millions. The effulgence of his transcendental body was like millions of sun. We can see only one sun. It is so we can't gaze at one single sun. But Lord, when he exhibited his universal form, it was splendorous, everything. And we'll come to it anyway. Thank you very much, Mataji, for telling us this thing. So we any other questions related to this topic till now?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Yes,
who is Abhiram Thakur? I couldn't attend the last two classes, so I'm not well aware about it.
No problem, Mataji. He is not in a, this is not, Abhiram Thakur is not in continuity. In fact, Abhiram Thakur was an associate of Nityananda, and he was also very elevated soul. He could identify who is a fake deity and who is a genuine deity, because, you know, deity, there is, what is the difference between a statue or idol of the god and a deity? Bhagavad Gita.
The
Bhava.
deity has got Pran Pratishtha.
Bhava and one thing
Prana Pratishtha,
after
as
Pran
Mataji said.
Pratishtha, yes, then it is a arch vigraha. It is Lord incarnate in the form of arch vigraha in the temple in the form of deity. Is not on no, it doesn't remain that clay or gold or metal or stone. That the Lord with his full potency is present in that place. That means that is the arch vigraha. So Satchitanand Swarup, in that form, Lord is present in the deity form. So deity is not to be misunderstood as something just like normally people go to a temple, look at it, the deity, they consider it a beautifully decorated golden jewels and this garland and dress, all these things. No, please, no. This is an offense. In fact, it is Lord incarnate himself present in the temple in the form of deity. Arch Vigraha, all his potencies are there in the cloud. And we have seen in the case of, earlier we just now studied that that Lord, because Haridas Thakur could not, when he was old, could not take parikrama, then Lord himself from his deity moved from one place to closer to his residence so that he could do parikrama. So deity is live. Everything about deity in the temple is live, and Lord is there present here physically. Is that okay, Mataji? Does it answer your question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
I had another one question. Like
Yes.
my friend asked about it. In South India, there is one caste called as a Gauda Saraswat Brahmins. As you had mentioned, something like Saraswat Brahmins.
Yes.
Is it the same lineage you are talking about? Like they speak Konkani and they were residing in Goa, then moved to southern India. Like I just wanted to ask, is that the same lineage or you are mentioning?
Mataji, there are Kanikubi Brahma, there are Saraswat Brahma. So this is a lineage itself, related to their original place of residence and also ancestors. So I can't say whether Saraswat is from the same, but it is single lineage within which these people acquired this surname or caste name.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna. So
Hare Krishna.
attendance link has been posted. Now, before we close today's session, we will chant 4 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So I'll play the video also, so we can, along with it, continue chanting.
If you're feeling anxiety, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna.
So we start now. I'll stop the recording.